On running it like it
And
was. Oh shit.
we are
After the first year.
Lies.
To be determined. Hi.
hi.
TBD.
Hello.
Moo.
Hi.
What's this? Scheming and planning I hear over here?
Yes,
Always.
it is.
Kind of, but
Always, sir. Always.
scheming questionable. Well, Fox is scheming.
Always.
Oh, is this is this about Sonata?
Yes, it is.
New Year's Day, New Year's Eve / day marathon intro to the campaign is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Do it.
Fine.
Back to back
I'm down.
episodes. Yeah.
Kick the new year off with a 24-hour D&D stream.
Oh my God.
Oof, I don't know about
always
24
wanted
hours.
to do a full 24 hours before. I've come close. I've gone 22 and a half hours, but I've never hit the 24.
It gets so painful near the end.
You would
Yeah.
see me pass out. I don't do up all night.
Turns into just a big mess.
Yeah. Like first 12 to 16 hours, great. After you hit that, it's just
My brain
Chaos.
stops working
your
after
brain
16.
stops working, and that's people start making mistakes, and that's when you start losing characters because of said mistakes. Yeah, that's why if I ever want to do a marathon D&D thing, I do 12 hours.
There you go.
That way,
I mean,
I can get lunch, we can start playing D&D, and I can go to bed at midnight, and we're good.
you act like we don't make stupid decisions and kill our characters on a regular basis without
Yes.
12 hours,
Yes,
24
but
hours.
see, that is an informed stupid decision.
Is it?
While on the other hand, it's your brain isn't fully functioning, so you forget
Okay,
plans.
that's fair. That's fair.
I guess the question is touching an orb of destruction considered a stupid idea?
Is it a
about to make
planned
the same
stupid
point.
idea?
I feel personally attacked.
I mean,
that's what I did.
Obelisk.
That is exactly what.
Why'd you do that? I'm like, my character, Rojan. Why are you gonna put that in front of me and think
The bear
I'm not
licked
gonna,
the orb.
and think I'm not gonna touch it? At what point in your thought process did you think
I take
this
no
shiny
responsibility?
orb of black? Yeah, you do, sir. You know how my character was. I was like, oh, that's interesting. What's this thing? Brown, dead.
Okay, to be fair, I had that in there before, I knew the bear was gonna just touch everything. So
Oh, we gotta
I'm
bring
just
that back to finish it up. You guys are still kind of in the
Yeah.
middle of that?
Yeah, we're just in the middle of it.
you're not
It's
even
fine.
in the middle of it yet. You are still
Yeah,
technically at the start.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
we're
Yeah.
like in a lava tube somewhere. The last I remember.
No, I think we made it out of the lava tube. We're heading up a mountain.
Yeah, you're heading back into the mountain
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
to play catch up for the
We're trying to catch the army people. The army of people.
Yeah, we met Mecha Bimmy and then
Yeah.
went back towards the mountain.
Oh
And
my
that's
God,
where
I
we
forgot
The-
about Mecha Bimmy.
Oh yeah,
Only
you
surviving
did meet
Mibby?
Bimatron. You did meet Bimatron. I forgot about that.
Well, it's been a little while.
The one surviving Bimmy that you are aware of.
That scares me. That statement scares me.
As it should. But speaking of things that probably aren't scaring you right now, or maybe they are if you are Nolani. So last time we were together, most of your session was based around the plan of engagement that you were trying to figure out in order to either get to and discuss some sort of peaceful means between the people of Nolani's village and a lot of you, as Nolani isn't really liked in the village, and that's putting it lightly. Some may even consider her kill on sight. But thanks to your two friends, I guess you could call them, Damon and Kel, You were provided air transport into the dead forest about 50 to 100 feet away from the entrance of the tomb where the body of Nolani's twin soul was stored. As you descended down into the depths of this crypt, both Kemek and Mia noticed that there were multiple binding and repelling runes carved into the stones of the entranceway, almost to keep whatever was inside in and preventing it from getting out. Able to just walk right into this seemingly pointless door, you made your way into the crypt where a battle ensued. A rite, if you would. The rules of it being simple, that if Nolani won, Nolani would take soul possession over the fate of her body and her mind and her soul. But if she lost, the buried individual inside this chamber would take control. It was a bit of a fight with a couple close calls, especially with Nolani almost going down. This individual having a bit of an arsenal when it came to attacks and their defenses. But near the end, he seemingly judged Nolani worthy, submitted to Nolani by giving her his weapon and then fading into her body. As this happened, the crypt that held their body, I keep saying body a lot, opened up, and inside Nolani found the fractured remnants of the sword that he was using against you. And in Nolani's presence, these runic remnants sort of fused and merged into her glaive, imbuing it with the powers that it previously had. On top of that, Nolani, you were also given a ceremonial bracer and informed that those above would no longer oppose you, as it was not wise in your people society to turn your back on a newly crowned queen. Though you were the only one who heard these words, as the rest of the group has been just sort of silently staring at you as this whole ordeal went down.
And then just because I did miss the very end of that episode because of baby, was I successful in more merging with
Yes.
Kai than
Kai, thank you.
suppressing him?
I was forgetting his name for the longest time. I'm like, I know it starts with a K. Kai pretty much agreed to, the partnership instead of the domination. Also, if you haven't marked on your sheet, remember to do so, as you now have your very own legendary resistance to use once a day.
Wow, that's insane. I was not expecting that. That's awesome. Awesome.
Well,
Put that on there.
That's what happens when you fuse with a legendary soul.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just wait till you see what happens at 10.
That's get aroused. So Nolai's going to kind of look down at that bracer that formed around her arm, thoughtful for a moment, not real sure how she should take that. And she's gonna look across at all of her companions. We took quite a beating, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. A couple of you were either downed or close to downed. Kemek almost came close to death.
Yep.
This
I'm gonna
is
look
fine.
at. It's fine. Everything's fine. She's gonna look over at the group, and she's going to kind of process what's going on. While she asks him, "Can you contact the twins and let them know that we're done in here? If they're in any kind of engagement with the clan, they need to break it off. We should be fine after this. But before we go, I think we should rest a little. I don't know about you, but that was exhausting."
Oh shit, I'm the one that has the sending stone. Alright. Hello, demigod twins. We don't have to fight or distract anymore. We are done here. Pull back while you can. We'll meet up at a later time. We are exhausted.
You say you know the message has gone through because you've used these stones before, but you don't receive any sort of response.
Swear to the gods, if they're ignoring me, there will be the hells to pay. Well, message was sent, but nothing sent back.
Hopefully they're just trying to either hide or disengage, or we'll worry about that later.
As you say that, there is like an audible shake of the crypt walls as an explosion can be heard from topside.
There's a moment where Nolai's can say, like, do we just rest anyway? Well, there goes my plan for resting.
Hammock's just gonna sit down and go, I'm just gonna sit here and see what happens. And just lays flat on their back. Just like, ugh.
I'll drop off a couple of health potions at Kimmick's side. I think I have 2 left, so I'll drop them both by Kimmick. As I
You're
walk.
willingly giving me health potions?
You better fucking use them, otherwise I'm gonna shove them down your throat. Don't
I
make
choose
me.
to make that decision at a later time.
It's what she would do, so yes, we get the 2
Take
health
no
potions.
backsies.
They're just 2 basics.
It's okay, I'm nowhere
Kemek-
near the double digits.
Kemek is like a cat. You pretty much have to hold their mouth open and just pour the potion down.
That's a big mouth you gotta open.
There's probably a moment where you put them in your bag and you see Nolani considering doing that. You know how to read her. You can see her thinking about it.
Hey, just be at peace of mind knowing that I'm only halfway to double digits, okay? I am nowhere near as high as I would like to be. I know. I saw Rojan, I saw your eyebrows go up. I'm in
Wait.
shock as well.
Wait, halfway to double digit? You mean the HP?
No,
No.
I'm talking about for health
Oh,
potions.
okay.
Rojan, we're not talking about health. We're talking about potions here. How dare you?
Look,
I don't care about my health.
I remember you got your ass beat in the last fight, so I didn't know if like you were sitting at like 2 HP, but decided 2 was enough and unneeding of a health potion.
You know, would you put it past me to say
No.
the same thing? And that's
No.
it. Exactly. So,
I'm at 2
Yeah.
HP. What if I hit 1 HP?
you know what? It's fine. I've got heart to heart on me and Nalani right now. So if I hit 0 HP, I'm okay for right now.
You're acting like I have so many HP
You
right
turn your
now.
friend into turned your friend into a health potion.
Does it look like I can peek out this door, or is it an open the door or don't situation?
You pretty much have to open the door and walk up a flight of stairs to get back up top. But as you get closer to that tunnel, you can hear the sounds of what you obviously know is metal against metal.
Or shake her head. She wanted a moment just to feel at peace for once. For the first time in her life, she was feeling at peace and whole. But she's gonna look down at the bracelet or the bracer and be like, "Hope this does what you said it does." And she's going to open the door and walk out.
Nalani, before you depart the area, and I assume we go with you, I would like to ask your permission. May I take the fragments of that benign blade? I know it holds no power anymore. I assume it doesn't anyway. Looked like it all transferred to you, but I'd hate to leave it behind and not archive such a prestigious thing.
I don't have a problem with it. And she's gonna think in her head, Kai, do you have a problem?
It's your sword.
Do what you want.
Thank you. I'll collect up all the fragments of the broken blade before we go.
Okay. So I think the question is who's going up top with Nalani and who's staying down below?
I'll go up with her.
Finds the strength to roll over and sit back up.
I'd go.
All
I'd
right.
go with.
Welcome.
Begrudgingly go.
So you, with Nalani leading up at the front, you, doesn't take you too long to reach the top step. As once you get up there, you can see the twins sort of fighting.
Are they playing? They're like cats with playthings.
So as they are obviously locked in combat with 3 other Goliaths, you can see that Damon is standing back, obviously throwing spells out and whatnot, but every now and then it's almost as if he's purposely throwing them wide. As you can see off in the distance, there is an impact zone for a fireball that was nowhere near where any of these fighters were at. And Kel is currently locked in combat with one. His short swords combined together to make like a double-bladed sword. But every time he has like a chance to strike fatally, he just flat blades him. And he just laughs as he's like dancing around him. And you can see the growing frustration on these Goliath's face as they are trying to swing and, kill them, and they're just playing.
Nolai's going to enjoy the scene of this for just a moment. It brings a little bit of vindictive satisfaction to her. If I can't say satisfaction right now. Satisfaction right now. They haven't noticed this yet, right?
The boys are too locked in their fun right now. They don't really notice you.
Or look back at the group. They look like they have that handled. Do you want to rest in there, or do we want to continue forth?
Do you have the confidence of approaching your clan right now?
As you notice that the clan members haven't even noticed you. They are so infuriated with the boys that they are just trying to kill them.
I mean,
Happy mama tear moment. Off screen.
my understanding is we shouldn't have a problem with them anymore.
As
Not
you
quite
see,
sure how they're going to take everything.
as you see one charging Kel from the back, as he's got his blades locked up with one of the other ones, and before they can get within striking distance to like bury an axe in his back, they just suddenly turn into a sheep.
I'm kind of glad they're on our side.
rather
You know
enjoy the
what?
show.
Right?
Which one? Eyebrow wiggles, if they had eyebrows.
Why
You
not
can
both?
still eyebrow wiggle without
Oh.
eyebrows.
I
You
know.
can.
It just
More of a
looks,
forehead wiggle.
It just looks creepier.
It's a brow wiggle. It's just a brow wiggle.
Yeah.
That's all it is. The brow is the bone, so it still works. Brow. Just let them be annoying. We'll just rest here.
That works for me.
And Kel sweeps the axe out of one of these Goliath's hands, and it comes to landing at the feet of Nolani. And as it does, he looks over just with a stupid grin on his face. And then, like, he just pulls the sword back and jumps back a little bit towards his brother. He's like, okay, fun's over, everyone is here.
You ignored my message.
Good game. As the Goliaths now sort of stop paying attention to him, and their eyes just lock on Nolani. What are you doing here? You dare bring that in our presence? As the boys kind of just shrug and, yeah, I guess so.
Well, I'm just collecting something I needed.
They kind of like get silent for a moment. And you can see that the three of them, just the way that they're armed and what they're carrying on them, that these are actually the Tomb Guardians. These are the ones who normally stand vigil over this tomb, making sure nobody goes inside. You didn't.
Unfortunately, it's necessary. There's a pretender we must take down.
You can see one of them just quickly reach over and grab a horn as they bring
Stop
it to
him, please.
What was that?
I'm gonna ask the twins to stop him.
And as you say that, Kel drops his blades, grabs his bow, and just shoots it. Let's see, I'm gonna roll for this.
Oh, lordy.
Damn good roll. And just disarms, just like shoots like the thumb, like just like skims the thumb of the Goliath, causing them to drop the bow.
Let's not do that right now.
You dare make demands of us?
I do.
We should slaughter you where you stand.
But you're not going to.
If it weren't for you, your companions, we would set on you in a heartbeat.
The last group of you that didn't end well, did it? I don't know why you think it was very belt now.
You will accompany us.
Where?
Back to Tomaga. The chieftain will have words with you.
Need to speak with them anyway.
They kind of motion with their heads to tell you to start walking.
I'll move.
about the rest of you?
Did it look like they wanted all of us to go with,
Yeah.
or just Nalani?
They definitely want all of you to go with, but you can tell that their primary focus is on Nalani. And every one of them seemingly just has this burning hatred for her in their eyes.
This is her home, so I'm going to follow her lead, and I'll go with.
Begrudgingly follow.
And the boys kind of
Of course. So.
sigh to one another as Kel packs up his blades and his bow. He's like, but we won. Why do we have to go?
You can always meet up with us later.
And
Or come along and keep me company.
the one that was just absolutely getting beat by Kel's like, no, they go too.
I don't think you're in a position to tell them to do anything.
They are on our lands. They will go.
And how you propose to stop them?
Kind of like scowl at you. We have ways.
I'm just gonna grin back. Mm-hmm.
They walk over and they pick up their axe. Boy shrugs like, as long as there's something to eat, I'm hungry.
And Nalani's just gonna stroll back to Tamaga. She's just very casual, as if she's just taking a walk in the park. Probably pissing them off even more, she knows.
Yeah, as you begin to get closer to Tamaga, you can see everyone who seemingly like looks at you either has a look of hatred or a look of disgust. Some people curse under their breath and like spit at the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Others just full on turn their back to you, not even wanting to perceive you.
Gonna continue her casual stroll.
And as you walk inside, you finally break into the gates of town. It hasn't really changed much since you left. You can tell that there's been a little bit more fortification on the walls. But aside from that, it's the same place that you called home as a child.
Yeah, for some reason right now it just looks so very different. So much smaller.
It looks like mine.
Not just like it doesn't hold the power it once had. She doesn't quite believe the queen part yet, just more the leader. She knows it's a sign of a leader, so.
They begin to close in a little more tight as more of the armed guards of the town begin to take notice and begin to follow, and it begins to just slowly but surely just grow into a crowd walking behind you. Those knowing who you are kind of still looking at you with that disgust, but other younger Goliaths not really keen on your identity are looking at you more in wonder, along with seeing you being in company of a bunch of other very strange looking people.
And I'm just gonna stroll up to the chief's area. Kind of the center of town.
And you begin to ascend a small hill to what is pretty much a longhouse where the chief would normally hold day-to-day court. But instead of a warrior deserving of a title such as chief, that your people always seem to elect, out walks this near blind old crone, not of Goliath descent, body a little shorter and hunched over, skin a very pale, like powder white, with the matching long strands of almost seemingly unwashed hair. Their clothes just a collection of dirty and torn rags. They carry in their hands and lean on for support this gnarled staff with 3 crow skulls at the top.
I don't believe we've met before. In here, I thought know most people in the town.
No, child, you would not know me. Most don't come to know me until they're passing. Or they are too young to know me when I first encounter them, on the day of their birth. But I know you. I'm happy that you've taken fate into your own hands. Kind of looks back at the rest of the crowd forming behind you. There are many among them who still wish for your blood.
Sure, they always will.
But I can see that that's not going to happen this day.
No.
She kind of reaches out and just pokes a very, long fingernail against your bracer. I take this as a sign that the two have become one.
We have.
Good. Good. Then our peoples can begin healing.
That is my hope. Very least, we can be rid of the pretender.
The pretender? You seek to go after it.
Took something from a companion of mine, and we'd like to have it back.
I see. Well, this is a time for celebration, I see. A new queen walking into town after the falling of a former chieftain.
The chief passed. The chief passed?
Just recently. Within the hour, I'd say. Nasty
It's an
work. Found a dagger in their back.
Did you now?
Well, some would say a dagger. Others say it was an arrow. Others say it was poison. The only thing that anyone can be sure of is they are dead. One pretender down, I guess.
Don't know if they had a hand in the clan becoming the way it is, but if they did, then good riddance.
All those in a seat of power after the falling of Kai have been nothing but pretenders. Children grasping at power. Splitting our clans, splitting our people. Weakening it. There used to be times when everything in the spire feared us. And here we are now, cordoned off to a small third of what was once our beautiful home.
I say it's time for that to stop, wouldn't you? Time for more than just me to become whole.
Indeed. Where is your guardian?
My guardian.
Yes. The one I asked look after you this journey.
I'm not sure who you refer to.
I don't see well in this body. I can only see you. Where is Yuriko?
Not need to fuck?
Sorry, but the baby woke up. I have got to run.
All good.
Oh god, bad timing, Babu.
Did the old crone say Yuriko?
Yep.
I have no idea who you are, lady.
She kind of looks over to in Yuriko's general direction. Oh, but you do. Or at least I would hope our relationship is familiar enough. You've called out to me multiple times, and even the past couple days.
Okay. If you're who I think you are, you don't look anything like I've seen you before.
That is the point. If you could please step forward. Like I said, my eyesight is complete shit in this form.
She's gonna step forward.
And she's going to smile. Just like a very toothless grin. You
What
have
happened to you?
nothing. I appear like this in me as a means to simply blend into my surroundings. Most who see a decrepit old crone like this won't even pay them a second of attention. But you, Yuriko, I have had my eye and my ears on you for quite some time now. You have done well in making sure that Nalani completed their goal. There was some hardships, I will give you that, but that is life. You are in a desperate need of an upgrade, my dear girl. Most of your friends carry on them possessions that enhance their abilities, magical weapons and such.
She just gives like a grimace.
But you, like the wise, are distrusting of magic. Come with me. And she like sort of holds out a hand. It's a very frail, bony looking hand.
I'll grab it. But
And she begins to lead you, just you and her alone, into the longhouse. Now, this is going to be
Painful.
no, quite the opposite. A joyous occasion. I'm going to bestow my blessing on you in a physical form. You've called on me for power in your magic and to shield you from that creature hunting you. But now I'm going to give you the means to defend yourself. And she slowly reaches out. She just places a hand like right on your chest as she just whispers something. And the clothing that you are wearing, the armor and everything, begins to glow in a pale white light. As you are going to be now dressed in a, for lack of a better word, up enhanced version of your gear, but made to look a bit more regal. One deserving of a warrior. But she's leaving the look up to you.
If she's leaving the look up to me, then it's still gonna be like a battle kimono.
Okay. So you can see that in various places on your kimono there is the brand of the pretty much that snowflake, the symbol that has been like burned into your arm, just spelling out for the entire world who it is you follow. Now that we have you looking the parts, how about we upgrade that gaudy old thing? Kind of like motions towards the boomerang.
Not gaudy.
It's a bit basic. I'm going to make it more deserving. If you'd let me.
I guess I have to cancel my pact with the weapon, so when I hand it over, it doesn't disappear.
Oops, sorry.
I mean, I don't know how that works when you hand over your pack weapon to your patron, but I'm presuming
the patron can just pretty much hold on to the weapon. It won't vanish from their hands.
So yeah, I hand it over to her.
And again, she just runs her hand over the boomerang itself. What material was your boomerang made out of previously?
It's bone.
Ah.
It's out of character, a demon bone.
Okay. She just runs her hands over the boomerang itself. As you can see, now carved into the bone itself are these runic bindings. The weapon almost seemingly emanating this just raw power. As she's done, she lifts it up and she hands it back to you. And you can feel just a very comfortable cold emanating off of your boomerang now. Now any struck with this weapon will feel the wrath of winter. What you can now do with your boomerang is by itself, right now it does a D8?
Yeah, D8.
Okay, that's kicked up to a D10.
Ooh.
It has a +1 enchantment. But on a strike, it currently deals 1d6 additional cold damage. And you can now channel a spell through it. Meaning you throw this weapon, if it strikes, it will deal the effect of the damage, the cold effect, and the spell effect to your target.
Oh shit. Oh, that changes some of the spells I've been trying to figure out to get.
And as a sign of her blessing, you are now immune to cold damage as long as you're wearing your armor.
Oh damn. Does the armor have an AC, or because like I said, Yuriko does not wear armor.
Yes. I forgot Yuriko is a hipster when it comes to that. Let me see. Your armor class is currently what, 15?
13.
Jesus, yeah.
Dex plus ring of protection.
Yep. Well, that's changing. As the armor itself has an armor class of 15 plus your dex +1.
Okay. So then that's what, like a magic breastplate?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the equivalent of one.
I think her, obviously.
Nalani is going to need your strength in the future. Know that while you are up here, your voice will carry weight, as you are a representative of me. Continue protecting her.
As you wish.
I do wish. While she is now, or will be, considered queen of the Ashen Spire, there will be those who are opposed, those who will need to be dealt with.
Pretty sure that won't go to her head.
I don't think it will go to Nalani's head. She's never been one to crave power. And with you by her side to guide any of the more impulsive decisions. She should be okay.
I will do what I can as best as I can.
Indeed. Now, if you will leave me and send in another one of your companions, as I have gifts for them as well.
She steps out the longhouse and Kemek, your attendance is requested.
Zoro may not be here. She did step away a minute ago to go get her laundry.
Oh, that's right. Tag someone else in.
And I will tag Ravenclaw.
All right.
Eventually, my name will stop being butchered. But today
Nope.
it's not that
Nope,
day.
just Ravenclaw now. New Age Geeks, thank you for that raid.
I should have worn my Ravenclaw scarf.
So, Azure Claw, you are informed that the crone wishes to see you inside.
But why?
It's your turn in the principal's office.
I didn't do anything wrong. Okay. Okay. I will tentatively make my way inside.
You walk in and the crone is standing maybe 3 feet from the door, just waiting. Ah,
Huh?
Azure Claw, is it?
Indeed.
You have been a good companion to Nolani, even sacrificing your own life force in an attempt to save her from that horrible fate. You have my appreciation for everything you have done. And as such, this simple old woman would like to bestow a gift to you if you would allow it.
Where's my goddamn insight? That's exactly being the curious bird I am. That is exactly what I'm going to do.
Allow it?
No, do I believe her?
I mean, fair. A strange old woman who has all of the appearances of a hag of the north is like, hey, can I give you a present?
Yeah, the weird thing though is I do have a tear on me from her.
Mm-hmm.
So, not sure if that reacts in any way, shape, or form. But that is a 19 on the insight.
Remind me what the tear did?
That's the tear of the Snow Mother. At the start of the day, I either gain resistance to cold damage, or I can convert all physical attacks to cold damage.
Ah, yes. No, that doesn't react. So as you do the insight, you don't really sense any sort of malicious intent. As she reaches over and she just brings out this very beautifully crafted box. You are an artisan, I understand. seemingly
Yes.
practicing on your gem cutting, correct?
Yes.
I can aid you in that. She sets the box down on the tables and she opens up just these very exquisite looking gem cutter tools. Each of them a very beautifully shaped, what almost looks like iron, but there's just something odd about the hue of the metal. And each of the handles are just like this pristine bone with the same runic engravings on each tool handle. With this, any gem you cut, any gem you shape, any gem you wish can be imbued with a boon.
Oh, really?
This is not limited to just those from the natural earth, but those archaic tools that have seemingly begun to grow out of the soil itself.
Oh. I see.
The way that these will work, Raven, is any natural gem that you carve, you can imbue with a temporary boon, which then will be bestowed upon the whole beyond, or which will be bestowed to anyone holding it. This boon lasts for 24 hours. Now, if you were to successfully carve and shape a coalesced mana crystal, it will domesticate the power to where it will no longer be like a volatile explosive. And you can actually begin to embed these into weapons and into armor, granting them permanent enhancements.
Oh. I see.
When
I
you
assume there's going to be a proper write-up sent to me.
Yep, I will send like all of your toys that you get today, I will send you write-ups for after the show.
Okay.
If you wish, you can take them. If not, I will not be offended.
I carefully pick one up and examine it.
And as you pick up one of the tools, it just feels right in your hand. Almost as if this was made specifically for you.
Well, I'm not dead, so that's an improvement. Okay. I will set it back in the box, and I will carefully close the lid and wrap my claws around it. Thank you.
And thank you for being such a good friend to Nilani. Now, on your way out, please send in another friend of yours, as I have other gifts to bestow on them. But do not send Nilani in. She and I have a lengthy discussion to have.
I nod and make my way back out. And going to look around at everyone, walk over to Mia and push Mia towards the doorway. She wants to talk to you.
But you and Yuriko came out alive, so I can only assume it's not something too terrible. I will walk inside the longhouse.
As you walk in, her eyes sort of give a flash. Mia.
Hi.
A well-meaning friend of Nolani, though sometimes the cause of some of her anguish.
I believe the same could be said for everybody that I am acquainted with.
Yes, but I cannot fault you, as you mean well. A little absent-minded as you can be at times.
You are not incorrect, ma'am.
I can see that tragedy has befallen you more times than you would like.
Not something I've been trying to dwell on, but it is ever present.
See. I have two things for you. One good, one unfortunate.
All right.
Kneel down for a moment, dear.
Quick glance to make sure she's not like hiding a sword behind her back or something and about to lop my head off. And then I'll kneel down.
And she reaches out and she just grabs hold of your halo. As you can just feel this chill beginning to like run down your body. And just this sharp, almost like freezer burn like feeling emanating out of the nubs that are currently your wings. As you begin to feel something growing. As a few moments pass, and you now have a pair of beautiful snow white wings emanating out of your back. Now, I am unfortunately unable to return you your celestial bloodline. But until you can get it back from that who stole it from you, maybe the wings of a snow owl can act as a replacement.
I don't know what to say. This is more than I could have ever asked for.
I do not like seeing friends of my chosen in such pain, and you carry a very painful burden. Though I am afraid to say that that burden is not fading anytime soon. I have another gift for you. But you will need to seek the one you know as Etrin to obtain it.
I can do that. I believe I know where he is.
Just know it will not be a pleasant reunion.
Should I expect trouble, or Is this going to be more of an emotional or a mental unpleasantness?
You should expect loss.
I see.
For the time that you've spent up here, things have been getting underway in the south.
Well, with everything that we're facing, I suppose a certain degree of loss is to be expected, though it will be no less painful, I'm sure.
Pain is something you know well,
Too well.
but it is forging you into something stronger.
Hopefully.
Just know
Thank-
that when you see Etrin, everything possible was done to ensure that the gift would be received by you.
I will do my best to keep that in mind when that moment comes.
When you can, send in Chemic.
I will. Before I depart, though, I was hoping I may ask a question of you.
Of course, of course.
And please do forgive my hubris if this assumption is way off base, but with everything that I've seen of you here since we arrived just a moment ago, I have to ask, are you one of the daughters of Nick Nevin?
No, no. While I may look like an old crone and a worshipper of her fayness, I am much more than a simple hag.
It has been an honor to stand before you.
Honor me by living.
I will. I will make very good use of the gift that you've given me.
I have no doubts.
Stand up and walk out of the longhouse back towards the group with kind of showing off a little bit, wings spread maybe a little bit more than they needed to be.
And as Mia walks out and spreads those owl-like feathers, you can just see a trail of like snowflakes sort of like falling off the tips of them.
Well, they're not your originals, but it's a start. I know it was not my doing, but I did promise that we would try to find your wings. These are a good substitute for now.
A very, very good substitute. Though admittedly, the growing of them was a little more painful than I anticipated, but a pain very much worth bearing. And I do hope whatever comes your way, Chemic, will be a little less painful, but it is now your turn.
Wait, what? Why?
It seems we are having gifts bestowed upon us for being faithful to Nalani.
I didn't realize the bond we had with Nalani was to get a gift in the end. A consolation prize for friendship?
But I wouldn't
Is that
say
the word?
the bond, that wasn't the goal of the bond and the friendship that we have with Nalani. We are simply friends with Nalani, and the gift is being given to us because of this.
Fine. Gets up and dusts themselves off as they walk on in.
Nalani, as you walk in,
Who?
not Nalani, sorry.
It's like, oh god, what happened the second Chemic's away from view?
Chemic.
Oh god. Like the goblin's gone, get her.
The moment you walk in, Chemic, you do not see an old crone in front of you. But you see a strange goblinoid-like creature standing there. Its body obviously shaped like one of your kind, but its head is a bit bigger than normal. Its eyes just this bright blue void as it stands there just looking at you.
Chemic blinks knowingly. Like, yeah, I got it. What of it?
It opens its mouth for a second. You can see just a silver tongue inside of it. And it just slowly, almost eerily, begins to get closer to you.
Are you looking into my thoughts?
You have been more than what she can. But I can be thankful for.
Is this a different voice coming out of the mouth?
Yep.
Okay.
You are more than just a friend, but part of her strength. And more than that, you are the epitome of our people. Seek to find me.
It has been my life's work. I will continue to do so. As Chemic can see the truth and nods.
There
I am
is.
always set to find you, Travala.
I am close by.
A piece of you.
He reaches out and he just like softly touches your forehead right between your eyes. Not a piece. Pieces. As you can, like, as he touches you, there's a flash of just all these scenes playing out through your eyes of the Inquisition finding the remaining pieces of Travala, boxing them up and taking them into morning glory, into the Church of Lathander.
Son of a bitches. Damned Inquisition. Always getting in the way.
Find me and restore me, so that our people's place in this world can be finally and proudly be announced to this world.
It will be done.
When I am awakened, so will all goblins.
Even the ones in this realm.
As all goblins are connected to me, other, as so they shall awaken.
Good to know.
And as he says that, he sort of fades away. And standing about 5 feet back is the crone.
Kamek will blink, standing there as if nothing happened. You called?
We called. But now that he has delivered his message, I shall provide my gift.
Did not realize you knew each other on a seemingly pleasant.
Until I knew you, I did not. But you finding a couple pieces of his body, along with that tongue, allowed him to finally speak to me. As you were in presence of my daughter, he thought it best that you both succeed. And I couldn't agree more.
Tilts their head to the side. Interesting. And what does this benefit you?
This benefits me by seeing Nalani flourish, by our peoples returning to their old ways, not this chaos that separates them.
My goals will then flourish yours in the end.
As they will. And this little trinkets will allow you to mold the threads of fates to your success. As she holds out a small gold bead. The essence inside of it always spinning and swirling and moving to the point where you can feel small vibrations as you hold it. You are somebody who is interested in the magical confines of time.
Indeed.
What I bestow upon you is time itself. Just a mere
Listening.
fraction of time. But time enough to change fate.
Interesting. What is its properties?
So, Kemek, with this bead in your hand, you are allowed to change the outcome of time itself. Though it is so little time that it would only be around one round to change. But it has enough power to completely wipe 1 round or 6 seconds from time itself.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. 1 round or 6 seconds. Okay.
Chemic may or may not be squeeing internally. I'm just putting it out there. Their face is thankful, but inside they're like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!"
Now, what I mean by wiping time, you can reset time, you can manipulate time. You can basically mold time. If you want a complete redo on a round because things didn't go away, you can use it to reset everything. All the actions that happen during that round are then forced to be redone.
Is this like a reaction that I can use on someone else's turn if I wanted to do the 6 seconds one?
This is a reaction.
It is, okay.
Reaction period. So you can do it on anyone's turn. Other than that, within the 6 second time frame, you can also manipulate history, forcing either a reroll or completely negating something, wiping it from history. Meaning somebody gets a critical hit struck on them that's going to kill them. You can use this pearl to do away with that critical hit.
Oh my god.
It's just wiped from time.
Damn.
Oh my god.
What you have in your hand is a major artifact.
Oh my god.
Though, it comes with a risk.
Let's do all of Chemic's
Every
items.
time you roll, or every time you use this ability, you must roll a d20. On a 1, the bead will shatter, and everything within 10 feet of the bead is completely erased from history.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Don't stand too close to me, everybody.
Like, erased from history and memory?
As in, you never existed, or whatever
Okay.
is absorbed into that never existed.
I'm gonna Thanos snap you, but with everyone's
Yeah.
memories as
Yep.
well. Sorry, I'm not
So
gonna
basically, what
Thanos
happened to
snap you.
Shahara?
I'm gonna,
Yeah, you're gonna Sahara them.
Yep.
I'm gonna Sahara snap you all.
Who?
Who? Oh, it still hurts.
Hey, we got her back.
Okay.
Just no one believed you.
How often can I use this bead?
Once a day.
Okay. Can it be used outside of battle at all?
Yes, it can be used at any point
Okay.
in time.
Okay. You just kept sitting around, so I was like, okay, I just want to make sure
No,
if it was specific for something. Okay,
It's
perfect.
up to 6 seconds of time.
Okay.
So it could be used in combat or it could be used outside of combat. The use is completely up to you.
Emic being a little goblin going up to Nalani like, ooh, what's this artifact? Reverts time. Drop it!
So
Said no!
what you got there? Time.
Drop it!
I can just see the Kimmick going, interrogating someone, then reverting back for like 6 seconds, then reverting back 6 seconds and be like, this never happened, bye. I have my knowledge.
It could happen. It
Stab
could
you
most
in the knee
definitely
out of
happen.
anger. Revert it back so you're not stabbed in the knee. Bye bye.
Oh no, Chemic's got the Skyrim quick save.
Yes.
How many
True.
guards? How many guards can you murder in 6 seconds? Go.
When I get more AoE attacks.
Given what
Let
Chemic
you know.
is, a lot.
Then Kimmick goes, bet. 6 seconds later.
I bet.
Oh, that town is now dead, and rewind.
And the
Oh
back.
my god! Guys, Chemic still has a bomb in their bag of hold. Be like, what happens if I... Oh, okay, good to know. Rewind.
Yep.
Good to
Well,
know.
I think you do need to be alive to use the bead, so there is that.
That's fair.
As the flames of annihilation are like going towards Chemic, rewind.
Rewind, like, oh, that's good to know. Rewind. Rewind!
Why do I see Kimmick now just doing experiments over and over again, just
Oh,
keep
yeah.
rewinding time?
Yeah.
Once a day I
Don't
do
read
this
my
experiment.
thoughts. Don't read my thoughts. Mia wishes she has this now. Mia wouldn't die so often.
I'm happy with my wings. I'll take my wings.
Yeah, Chemic will kind of absorb all this information, holding this bead, and go, "This is a extremely generous gift. I will make good use of this to achieve my goals and at the same time, Nalani's."
I have no doubt of that. Now, with that said and done, please send in Nalani.
They'll give that very wide, toothy grin as a chemical nod and exit. Nalani, I believe it is your turn. And Azure Claw, I may have a project for you in the future. Or struck with inspiration.
And you get the most quizzical look possible from a bird.
It will require my assistance, mind you, but your skill set in jewelry will come in handy with what I have planned. We'll talk more perhaps this evening.
Concerned.
I mean,
You should be.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the honest feeling to have anytime Chemic says, I have an idea.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Both like fear should like run down the spine of everybody anytime Chemic or Mia have an idea.
I talk to a god and I have a plan. Nope, this is bad.
This is Kimmick, though. Okay, well, I guess Nalani's gonna walk in.
And Nalani, as you enter, you do not see the crone. But standing about equal height to you. Not fully in her true form, but in one you do recognize, is the Snow Mother. I guess congratulations are in order.
I guess.
I'm happy to see that you were able to come to terms with him.
We were.
And I see that you now carry his blessing as well. She kind of motions over you to your weapon.
Yes. Yes, I do. It was a hard-fought battle, that's for sure.
As it was meant to be.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
I wish I could say that the journey gets easier from here, but that would be a lie.
Yeah, there's no way this was going to be easy.
But would you want it to be?
Not really. No satisfaction in it.
Indeed. So I assume he's informed you of your status.
He has. I'm not entirely sure how to take it, and I highly doubt most of the clan's going to take it well.
You let me worry about them.
Very well.
All you must worry about, for now, is putting that weapon to good use.
Oh, we plan on it.
You banish this pretender, and they will have no choice but to accept who you are.
We'll see about that. I'm sure some of them will never do it. It's too ingrained in them. But
You'd be surprised how easily swayed even the most resolute of those who hate you will crumble under the opinion of a mob.
fair enough.
Now, kind of like looks you over. Much like Yuriko, you are in a desperate need of it.
Maybe, probably. This has got me this far, but it's definitely not doing the trick anymore. Not with what we have to battle.
Well, then it's about time that you look the part. And she just reaches a hand out.
I'll reach forward and I'll take it.
And she like just instantly grasps your hand as just this biting cold begins to just cover your entire body. And as it begins to fade away, you can see more of those Goliath tattoos appearing on your arms and along. I just noticed Kemik's eye.
I did that earlier, and I sent her a message.
I looked over and I'm like, the fuck is that?
Right?
Guys, it's been up there since the level 7 cards, I'm just saying.
I don't look at stream often.
I saw that.
I haven't adjusted my background yet, though, for it. Sorry.
Okay, for some reason, it said Azure Claw is level 7. I know Azure Claw isn't level 7.
I'm not.
Is it actually called like level 9?
I'm gonna have to
10? Yeah.
give me a second here.
Yeah, the card I sent you was his 10.
I know. I think
Sabina butt.
no, I think what happened is I uploaded the wrong Azure Claw card.
Oh.
Let me see here.
Did you go level 7 and just grab everyone's level 7?
I didn't change the name.
No, I have two. I have two Azure Claw cards here.
Oh. Well, he's the one that's level 10. If that helps.
Well, we'll see when it. Okay, I think I fixed it.
All right, everyone watch while it loops around.
Yep. But Nalani, as it fades, you can see that the armor or the clothing that you do wear is sort of more regal looking now. I'm going, again, much like Yuriko, I'm going to let you decide what that means. But you have a multitude of various tattoos that have been added to your body. These tattoos on the normal will give you a natural armor class increase of 2.
That's really good.
There are other things, but they would be too long to go on. So I will cover everything in the write-up for you.
Okay.
But I will let you know that these tattoos are magic.
Okay.
Now, did he explain what that weapon does to you? Or does for you?
Not exactly. We hadn't gotten to chatting about it.
That boy has never been one to talk. But it is a weapon that is peerless in the night. Now, talking as me, what that means is this: while you are holding this weapon, not only can you see through magical darkness, but you can cleave magical darkness, pretty much destroying it on touch.
Rose is crying in the distance somewhere.
In terms of the undead, this weapon has a disruption ability on it. Which will mean any undead that comes in contact with this weapon is going to take an additional 3d6 radiant damage. And if it is below half hit points, it must make a DC 16 wisdom saving throw or instantly be destroyed.
Oh, Ash's blade. Oh, yes.
Yep.
What's the save?
It's a wisdom save DC 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wisdom save. Missed that. Thank
Now
you.
this happens, I'm sorry, on undead and believe demons as well. Let me check here. Fiends and undead.
Beans. Okay.
On top of that, your weapon also automatically will create a 10-foot radius of light anytime you enter into the dark. Anyone who is inside of this light gains advantage to all saving throws.
That's awesome.
But this only takes effect if you are in any sort of darkness. During the day, that aura doesn't work.
Yep.
Now, Kamek, it looks like you and I need to learn the darkness spell.
Hello,
Oh my
darkness, my old
God, yeah.
friend.
I was like, too late, darkness.
And you know, Delani is always holding her weapon.
I mean, it is a glaive. It isn't like really something you can stow anywhere.
Nope, you have to carry it everywhere. I mean, I'm sure you can find some way to strap it onto you, but it's just kind of awkward.
Pole arms are not meant to be stowed on someone.
No. I can see everything. That is really cool. Thank you, Regent.
Mm-hmm.
I have to think about what she looks like now.
Yep, that's why I'm giving you guys creative freedom on that.
I like to imagine that tattoo lines, the new tattoo line she has, instead of being the black and gold that she currently has, kind of take more on a light blue hue, almost ice-like.
You could take whatever you want.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Like if you want the clothing itself to change, that's up to you too.
Probably, but I haven't decided what.
Okay.
I'll let you know when I've decided.
TBD when we're like halfway through and I update art.
TBD level 10 when everybody gets the glow up.
Yep.
There you go.
That tends to be when everybody gets the glow up art is level 10.
Yep.
And
That's pretty true, yeah.
Which I guess
TBD.
at that time, by that means we need a glow up for Azure Claw. Because Azure Claw is level 10.
Ha! No, he waits for the
TBD.
rest of us.
TBD when Zoro finishes her long list of art she needs to do already.
Girl, if my kid did not just like mess with my art pen.
But it was delicious. Why snack sized if not snack?
It was.
I ask that question every day. And after she explains everything, she reverts back into that crone shape. Allow me to handle the mob while you go and take care of more important matters. But he reaches into one of the pockets of like the ragged robes that she's wearing, and she hands you a small crystal encased in ice. Use this anytime you wish to visit. It is tied here.
Put this to good use.
Any of those touching you can be taken along as well.
Good to know.
As she's pretty much giving you a teleport stone back to the longhouse in Tumaga.
Crying because still doesn't know the teleport spell yet. I need level 5 spells.
Have fun with that mob.
Oh, trust me. I've been waiting for this for a while. Now, gather your friends, for it's time to move on. I would suggest resting here, but it's going to be a bit tense for a while. If you have another place to go, by all means.
I can think of a few places.
Damn it,
I'm not
Zoro,
quite sure
not
how we're gonna get
tense.
the twins there.
No one will bother us, it's fine.
We could go home, but we don't have teleportation. Big twins.
Well, one of the
they-
twins has the card to summon Piper.
Yeah.
They can teleport themselves. One
We
of them can
technically
cast
all
magic.
have our. We technically have our teleportation stones to go back
Yep.
to our home base.
Except for the twins.
Back in
That's all I was just saying.
back in Steep or
Well-
back in Hampstead, not Steep Hollow.
They can get their crazy uncle to teleport that.
This is true. Crazy Uncle can do that.
I mean, I
That way
gotta
Yuriko
go.
doesn't have to go through the hell portal.
I gotta go back to our house anyway to see what's up with Etrin.
Oh, that's true.
We're assuming our house is still intact after everything that's been going on down there.
Rojin is gonna kill Hot Boy. That's what's happening right now. Hot Boy's going
Wow.
down.
Can't have that big of a harem.
Even worse. Hot Boy's not hot anymore.
I mean, he wasn't exactly hot when I first met him in my mind, so
Fair. He's trying to eliminate part of your harem.
Look, these games can only hold so many hot NPCs before, the mod folder starts getting
yeah, but the twins
Does
are just
Highlander?
here temporarily.
Yeah.
There can only be one Hot Boy per.
I can have one per city. Come on.
And then we gather them all up into one city.
I encourage this 100%.
and then they all learn about each other and there's just a hot boy battle royale.
I'm here
Oh,
for
I'd
it.
sit and watch that.
Or, they can...
But
So the options, but yes.
she sort of urges all of you into the longhouse and shuts the door as the final one pulled in. Again, I wish to thank all of you for being with Nolani in these times. And I wish you all the best of luck in your upcoming endeavors. Much pain and hardship may be felt, but if you are successful at dispatching this pretender, it will be all worth it. I hope the small blessings that I gave each of you help you in these coming times. Know that if you ever need it, you have a home in the north. And she sort of gives you all just another once over before she walks out of the longhouse, shutting the door, leaving you all there by yourselves.
Well, I don't know about you all, but I'm tired as fuck.
Mm. I am with you, Gimmick.
Yes,
Is there anything important you need to do here?
only
No.
just stopped the bleeding.
Oh god, you were dripping this whole time?
I was.
Oh.
Like a
This is
leaky
awkward.
faucet.
I mean, the
Just
frost
keep
from
the
the...
blood inside.
Yes.
Sorry, I cannot heal.
I just need rest.
I think we all do. But rest will not be acquired here. Not with... I'm gonna let her deal with them. It was fun rounding them up, though.
You mean you don't want to address your new subjects, Your Majesty?
She kind of cringes a little bit. I
Who
was
told
hoping he was-
you?
I was kind of hoping he was lying about that. Not quite sure how to take that. It's kind of a big jump to go from, clan outcast to the ruler.
I'm not calling you Your Majesty.
Oh, please
I
don't.
just want. Okay, good. Wasn't happening.
Yuriko does an indignant sigh when Emiya says Your Majesty.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, all of you here are my tribe. Them out there, I'll deal with them later.
Wouldn't mind being there to see what you do. Could be quite entertaining.
Oh, it could be. I'm also taking ideas. I know you have a good brain in there.
Big, wide, toothy grin once again. Oh, I have several already. The details will come later.
Before we really decide what we're doing next or where we're going next, could you maybe call the twins in here so we're just all together?
We're right here. I mean,
Oh,
we
They're
can't.
all outside.
We're not going to stay out there. They all want to kick our ass. I mean,
oh, I didn't realize they were ushered in here with
Yeah.
us.
I don't think any of them
Scratch
can
that,
kick
then.
your ass.
I think some of them could. A couple of them look pretty big.
Maybe if they all ganged up together.
That would be fun.
Kimmick, you can put that down on the list of ideas.
Already on it. Typing in the tome.
So, yeah, where are we going?
That's a good question.
But if we can't stay here, I do need to go see Etrin.
What's an Etrin?
He is a very particular. No, I told you about Etrin.
Oh, the Kamiraskin. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
He did say he was High Prince of Kamiaraska, but then you said the royalty was killed. So
Well, no, the entire royal line and all of the aristocrats and all the high society people were killed when our parents sort of broke the floating supports of the city.
yeah, that. But perhaps I will scold him on that later. I have reason to believe that not all is well with him at the moment.
Well,
Came
last
on.
we saw Etrin, he was south.
Yes, I did ask him to stay behind at our new dwelling, along with Chantra, and the crone. Do we call her a crone? Do we call her the Snow Mother? I'm not sure what the most respectful thing is here. But either way, she did say that there was another gift for me, but that only Etrin could bestow it, and that it would be a sad occasion, let's say.
I mean, I just call her wannabe god, so call her what you want.
I call her interesting.
I think for now I will simply call her an ally.
Though, if you were interested, and Nolai's gonna dig in her bag and pull out the library book that probably has hideous late fees right now.
Oh no.
Because it went in my bag, we left,
Yeah.
and never went back. I'm gonna pass it over to Mia, and it has the full history of the Snow Mother in there.
I'll never say no to a new book.
Snow Mother for Dummies.
Yep.
Thank you. I will read this over perhaps tonight.
So,
Are we heading back then?
yeah, we go into your house. Wait, you have rooms for us, right?
We have many rooms, yes.
Cool.
I don't think we have a way to get you there, though.
Oh, but then Damon reaches into his robe and he pulls out the black card. We can just summon Uncle Piper and he can take us wherever we need to go.
Maybe we should have them go there first, that we can have someone verify that we can go through properly. We've never tested these transportation stones.
It's true, we haven't. This is a good opportunity to put them to the test.
And this wait, what are we testing?
When we became the new owners of this particular property, we had a number of upgrades done. One of them was a teleportation circle, and we were all given stones that would teleport us to the circle. But we haven't actually tried them yet to see if they work.
And you want us to test what now?
Want you to be there when someone goes through, and you can come back here if it doesn't work well.
Oh. Yeah, I guess we could do that. So
Give
just
the rest of us some warning.
contact you on the sending stone just in case the crash test dummy doesn't get through in one piece.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Sure. Okay. And he just sort of rips the card, and the portal slowly starts to open behind him. And he just walks over and he whispers to it this time, as you don't see Piper anywhere, and it's just like a swirling black void. Oh, I forgot to ask, where are we going?
Oh, it's a house in Hampstead.
Hampstead.
Yes, I'll describe like the street that it's on visually, what the house looks like, and what the teleportation area within the house looks like.
And as you begin to describe everything, you can see that swirling black mist slowly takes shape, and you can now see from the stairwell entrance into the teleportation circle, or the room that holds the teleportation circle. All right, well, we'll go through, and best of luck of whoever goes through first. The twins sort of walk through as the portal shuts behind them. So my question is who's going first?
We draw straws.
I mean, by drawing straws, you mean you roll a d20 and the lowest person has to go?
Yes.
Yuriko just starts doing the Jungin.
Oh, just automatically just teleports?
Well, just she's like, she does the Junkin.
Oh,
Rock, paper, scissors.
okay.
Yeah. So we rolling?
Yep. Everyone roll a d20, and whoever gets the lowest gets to go first. I like that concerned look, Fox.
I mean, it's not as low as it could be.
So, Azarin, what'd you get?
17.
Fox?
3.
Jesus Christ.
I don't feel as bad now.
Gilly?
My dice hate me.
Oh. Raven, did you roll below a 1? You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Negative. I rolled a 7.
Okay. And Zora, what'd you get?
Oh God, we all did awful. I rolled a 5.
Well, look on the bright side.
Could've been worse.
Nalani gets to go first.
You know what? No, I used the bead, and you. Okay. No.
Well, I'm more grab my teleportation stone, the one for Hampstead, not for here. Since I now have 2.
Since you now have 2.
You blip, and you go right back into space like you were like a glitch. Wait, what?
Damn
Just
it,
like-
wrong one.
2 feet to the left.
Kind of look it over for a minute and go, Kimmick, how do I use this?
You have to hold the stone, think of home, and it will teleport you. It's that easy.
Alrighty.
The
That's very
runes
good.
will glow when you know they activate.
Grab it and think back to Hampstead.
All right. And as soon as you think back to Hampstead, you're out. Like, Nalani's just gone. And then a moment later, Kemek, you get a noise, like a staticky noise from the sending stone. Yeah, Nalani's through. Looks okay. Body's intact. Breathing. Should be good.
Remind them to go through one by one.
Oh, yeah. Go through one by one.
Yeah, because I don't know if y'all remember, we can all pile on top of each other, and it's not good.
No.
Poof.
Yeah.
We will actually die if we do this.
I'm
so,
picturing
yeah.
the episode of Star Trek when they teleport goes horribly wrong.
Yep.
Strangely enough, Chemic will go last since they have the other half of the sending stone. So
Yep.
if anything goes wrong, they at least have a form of communication.
And I'll say right now, as you all go through, nothing bad happens. The teleportation circle works perfectly fine.
Money well spent.
Very well spent.
Glad they didn't screw it up.
They better not have from what we paid for it.
We
So-
never tested it. We should have made them test it.
As you arrive into what is pretty much just a cellar room that was converted into a teleportation circle, you can see that the stonework and everything has been upgraded. It doesn't look just like a dank room with drawings on a wooden floor anymore. And it looks like, at least in this room, the money's been well spent. And as you stand there for a moment, you can hear a piano playing upstairs.
Oh yeah, we have a butler.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's our butler.
And
I forgot
we also
about
had
Butler's name.
a bar/lounge. Maybe that's where the
Yeah.
piano's coming from.
Yeah.
That's true.
If I remember right, we also had hot springs.
You had a hot springs
Yep.
installed.
Oh,
You
wow,
had
that's right.
I'll drop
had
a list
a-
of all our stuff.
yep. a hot
Oh my God, yes,
springs, a
please.
wizard's lab, an alchemy lab.
That's right. We spent a lot of money.
Yeah, you spent a
We
lot of
dropped a
money.
lot. But
But-
we got all the things we wanted.
I will tell
It's
you
true.
that with your time away, your house has been fully upgraded.
Oh yeah, it's right with imagination too.
Oh, the observatory.
Mhm.
That's
And the bar.
oh
And the
my
workshop.
God. That's right. I do remember the workshop.
All
That's true,
good
We all kind of
things.
got a little piece of our own stuff, our own little spot, if you will.
That poor greenhouse.
And this includes upgraded rooms as well.
Hey. Remember when we first got this house? That was scary as fuck.
Yeah.
So, as you walk upstairs, you can see that the house is completely well furnished. There doesn't seem to be any remnants of it screaming this was once a haunted house stuck in a time loop. But
no one
you
shall ever know.
you can also see that there are a lot more people moving around. All of them in very official looking uniforms, as it looks as you have been away and the place has been upgraded. You now have staff. And when you look into the bar type area, you can see that there is a dwarven gentleman on the piano, just playing away, as behind the bar is a interesting looking mechanical individual. Various tubes and hoses hooked up to their back. As you enter, your main butler, whose name unfortunately escapes me right now.
find it. I've got it in here somewhere.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
I haven't been back to this house since January or before December of last year, I think. Real time.
Real time, yeah.
It's been 84 years. I want to call him Gerald.
Been a while.
It's been a while though.
It has been a while. And I'm trying to find his name for the life of me. But anyway, while we're waiting for that, he comes hastily walking towards you. Oh, wonderful. The teleportation circle works. I was really worried that it wasn't going to. They were worried
Oliver
that...
Primrose.
Yeah, Oliver. Yeah, it was Ollie.
Oh,
It was Ollie, yeah.
right.
Oliver kind of looking a bit relaxed now. They thought they maybe had miscarved one of the runes into the ground, but they couldn't really tell. They looked it over 2-3 times, but they just said it felt wrong. But I'm happy to see that everything worked out perfectly fine. Everyone still has their limbs, all their digits. Yes, well, while you've been away, there's been much happening around here. Hampstead is open, so to say. The king and queen have left the town along with the rest of the resistance as their presence became known here. So in order to save those in the town itself, they left, whisked away. I'm not sure where. One den mother has been stopping by every now and then looking for you. She's currently at the local tavern awaiting news. And as she says that, Damon just blows by and just starts walking towards the front door. Well, he's off in a hurry.
Oh, he's the den mother's partner.
Well, good for them. And what about this one?
Brother?
I don't know. Do you have a partner, or are you single?
Oh, Mia.
Well, it's a little personal question, but we fought together. No, I don't necessarily have a partner yet. I guess right now he kind of just pulls the swords out. These are all the partner I have. Kind of puts them back.
Right. So he'll be staying with us for a while, I'm sure.
Oh, so
We have
you
a
do
nice
have
spot.
rooms. You do have rooms. Cool.
Oh,
Right.
yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a room, and brother's probably gonna need a room because, yeah. Anyway,
Is the den mother joining him?
I don't know. Is the den mother allowed to join him? I mean, it's your house.
This is why my room's on the other side. All right.
That's why I'm also requesting a room of my own.
If it's done, there's also a nice barn we had installed. And hot
Perfect.
springs.
Oh, that's even better.
Speaking of which, the hot spring's done. She's looking over at Oliver.
Ollie nods. Yes, ma'am. All of the amenities that you asked for have been done. While you were gone, I hired a full staff, as you can see. But once again, you know, the arrangements with our kitchen, that remains to be manned solely by you know who.
That's fair. So, I'm exhausted. Good work, Ollie. I'm going to the hot springs.
Oh, but of course. And Cal's like, can anyone go to the hot springs? Because
Come on.
that sounds amazing. And
Our
just,
home is your home.
perfect. He just starts following Nolani.
Mia suddenly likes hot springs.
Hot Springs who?
As much as I would very, very much like to join them right now. Ollie, I had asked that Etrin and Chantra remain here while we're away
Oh,
to
yes.
watch over the place. Where might I find them?
Poor girl.
Sorry?
You can find Chantra in her room.
And Etrin?
Yes, you can say you can find him there too. It's best if she explains it. It's strange business.
Yes, excuse me. I'll find you all later. I'm gonna go to Chantra's room.
Yes, of course.
Scurry off.
I'd just like to let you all know that everything that you asked for the house, when I said the entire house was complete, it's complete. You needed your workshops are there. If you need your mage tower, your observatory, whatever it is, your home is now complete. If you need anything at all, call on me or one of the other staff. Your relaxation is our primary focus here. Kind of looks at everyone. He's like, well, I have other tasks that I need to get to. House isn't going to oversee itself. But once again, welcome home. It's nice to see that all of you are still around. Just saunters on off, leaving the rest of you who haven't already separated yourselves from the group at the entrance to the teleportation circle, or the room to the teleportation circle. And before we get up to what everyone is going to be getting to now that you are home and you now have your fully decked out home to explore, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break so we can get up, stretch our legs, freshen up our drinks, and all that fun stuff. We will be back in about 5 minutes.
Retreat closer, but with the deepest red. Oh, beneath them we look on. When they part comes the hatred they bring. Lost in the dark, we've come so far. Another step to rid the pain. Go and be counted till your last day. 'Cause only nightmares break their face. So stand upon these fallen lands and follow in our Father's plans. Yeah, until the end we will remain, and we'll hold on until our last breath. So what is to be left for us? My people look on and say, don't fear what you don't know, 'cause we're far from certain fate. And we'll make our final stand. Lost in the dark, we've come so far. Another step to rid the pain. Go and be counted till your last day. 'Cause only nightmares break their flames. So stand upon these fallen lands
Good deal.
Okay, we are back. What's a good deal?
I finally
Zara
got
has
food.
food.
Food is always good.
Mm-hmm.
Put the piano music back on. So, Damon has excused himself to go into Hampstead to find Den Mother. Kel and Nolani are heading to the hot springs. What are the rest of you doing?
Ezra Claw wants to be social, but he also wants to go play with the new tools.
New toys.
Emic will actually
Both?
approach
Do both.
Azurclaw. Azurclaw,
Yes.
I have procured a very interesting item from the Snow Mother. Very delicate item that I know that you can put to good use. They pull out their pocket watch and goes, this timepiece right here is what I use as my focus. And I use it for a lot of my abilities. And they show him that unlike a traditional pocket watch, it's I guess the best way to describe it is it's semi-similar to like what Hermione has when she like rolled back time, where it's got like, it almost looks like a spinner, but it's more of like the constellations and whatnot on the piece. So on the sides, there's two nubs, as it were, or setters. I don't know the technical term for, you know, watch time adjusters. That's what I'm gonna call them. And Kamek points to one and goes, I wouldn't mind if you are able to replace one of these with this little delicate thing, so that I can always have it on my person.
Possibly.
If you are too busy, I can always come back at a later time, but
No.
this is where I keep track of it.
I can definitely make time.
The irony in that sentence right now. Well,
I dislike that greatly. Possibly. Also have new tools I need to work with.
I mean, if you need to practice with the other tools first, then by all means.
That depends. Do the new tools give me any bonus beyond what they do normally?
Ah, yes, they do.
Yeah, you see, this is the kind of information I need. It's like, okay, but what do they actually do?
You, when using these tools, specifically to work on magical creations, allows you to use double your proficiency bonus in rolls.
Okay. That's actually really handy given the current situation. Yeah, you know what? I think we can do something about this.
Excellent. If you're not against it, I would very much like to watch and assist if need be, as this is a magical item and I'm not aware of your experience handling them. You understand?
do not want to break.
Precisely.
Sure, I can start. Can I start? Could I start working on that immediately?
Yes, you can.
Okay, well, let's top 2.
Okay.
Your workshop or mine?
I had an entire workshop built for this job.
Did you do?
I think we have an entire workshop specifically so we can work on stuff like this.
Yep. There is absolutely nothing that like should prevent you from working on projects or whatnot in your house, as you have all the tools and necessities required for this sort of
Okay.
thing.
Between the
Well,
workshop and the mage's lab, we can do everything.
That's what I'm saying. My lab or yours?
My lab.
All right, so Azure Claw, what are you aiming to do with this piece?
Okay, can I do one more time? One more time of what I have to physically do here.
Okay, so to put it in simple terms, you know on pocket watches, the little nub on the top to adjust time?
Yes.
That little spinner piece, whatever. Basically, want you to take that piece off of what is currently on Chemic's watch and replace it with this bead.
Ooh. Okay.
If I can turn back time, I'm gonna do it with this goddamn.
I am afraid. Okay.
I'm interested and intrigued.
But it would be considered a magical item, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. Good thing I've got new tools.
Imbuing an artifact into a mundane item, yeah, I think that would that would count.
qualifies?
That would count. Yeah.
Mundane, how dare you, sir? This is a artifact
Chemic.
in its own.
Do you have neat
Yes.
skills that can help me with this? Because this is gonna get bad.
I probably can. That's why I wanted to assist, because I'm like, I don't know your level of skill with magic.
Because you are because this is something that you are somewhat of a specialist in, yes, you can assist in the setting of the speed into the pocket watch.
Good. Okay. So that'll give me advantage. I just yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
and you add double your proficiency bonus. I mean,
And
go
as
wrong.
a time wizzy, I was specifically given in my class Tinker's tools that help assist with
Yep.
time imbued kind of stuff. Obviously, it's basic Tinker tools, but it's supposed to help.
Where's Mia with that other thing I need right now?
If all goes
God.
wrong, you can just reset the time, right?
I already
Right.
have that planned. It's like, oh, you fucked it up. Reset.
Oh, well, that's a good start to this project. That's a 28.
a 28. So you can take, it's going to take about, because of the delicacy of this item and everything, it's going to take you about 3 hours, but you will be able to create a stable setting and be able to imbue this bead into the item without an issue.
Okay. I was afraid there was going to be more rolls.
Nope.
I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting for more rolls myself.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's roll one of
What-
how many am I going to do here?
Technically, even though you're taking a literal piece of time and putting it into an item, the way that you're doing it is you're pretty much just setting a gemstone into a necklace
And
or a pocket watch or anything like that. And it like at this point in time for Azure Claw, that's a mundane thing.
It's a bead, which means I could actually make a proper setting for it as opposed to having to do anything horrible to it.
Exactly. So like as simple as it is, the only thing that you had to worry about was the delicacy of the bead itself. And with the 23, you're fine.
Okay.
So
Well,
that's where you and Chemic will be for the next 3 hours.
Did not break.
Excellent.
Did not break. Yuriko, now that you are home, is there anything that you are doing?
She's just gonna go to the training dummies and just get a feel for her weapon now that it's been modified.
Gotcha. And as you're using the weapon and you're, bashing things with it and throwing things, you just feel like it's just more of a natural part of you now. Even that slight, almost disgust you may have had from a demon's bone seems to have been gone, and you feel like the weapon itself is even accepting of you. And that you feel that every time you swing this thing, every time you throw it, something is guiding you. But with this in your hand, you feel a little more confident.
Cool. She has a somewhat reserved smile on her face. Do we have a training thing in the house, or
Yes,
do
you
we
do.
have to go to the? Okay.
You have your
So-
own training ground.
All right, so she'd be at the house training ground, not the Mad Dogs.
Okay. And pretty much your training ground is at the moment, it looks state of the art because nobody's touched it aside from Chantra and Etrin.
Cool. Yeah. So she's putting it through its paces.
Speaking of Chantra and Etrin,
That's where I'm going.
you climb the stairs up to where the first row of rooms is at. And you can see that Chantra has taken a little bit of liberty with the door that she has. She's put like various seashells and whatnot over it and sort of like spelt out her name, giving you a feeling that even though you've been away, she's been acclimating to landside society pretty well. But as you get closer to the door, you just feel something off. Like, as happy and as colorful as this door is, you can almost just feel almost a physical sense of sadness sort of like emanating from the room.
I think Mia isn't gonna knock when she gets to the door. She's just going to quietly turn the handle and slowly open it so she can slip in and close it behind her.
As you do, you can see that the room is it's got the window, the blinds on the windows closed, but the little torch sconces on the wall lit up just to give it just enough light to see. Off in one corner, you can see a dummy sort of situated, wearing what looks to be a suit of light armor with a rapier and a scabbard on its hip. Various books on what look to be swordplay and combat strategy are just strewn across all lengths of one desk, seemingly in your absence, Chandra has taken deep into training that of somebody proficient in a blade. But you don't see her right away. It takes a moment of you walking around the room to finally see the young, what did I say? She was like a sea elf? I forget what
Sea elf, yeah.
yeah. The young sea elf girl, sort of just in like her night clothes, with her hands pulled up to her chest and her head just like down in her knees. Looks like she's passed out, exhaustion. Though from the wet marks on the floor, it looks like she has been crying for some time.
I'll approach her and just very softly rest my hand on her shoulder to see if she's awake enough to realize that I'm here with her.
And the slightest touch wakes her up for a moment, and she like looks up at her eyes just wide, as you can see just even that the dark blue skin you can just see is just streaked with tears. And as she sees you, she just throws her arms around you and begins crying again.
I wrap my arms around her, embrace her in my wings as well, just kind of wrap around her entirely, and just give her a few minutes to let it out before I kind of pull her back a little bit. I heard something's happened, Chandra.
Gone. He's gone.
Etrin? Etrin's
And
gone?
she like very vigorously nods her head, and as she does, a book falls in front of you.
Take a quick glance at that. Just at the cover to see.
And it's just this beautifully crafted cover, just this pure leather, golden embroidery of various like magical runes. And as you stare at it more, the runes slowly turn into like dragons and begin like swimming around the cover before changing back into the runes themselves. A boom happened. Everything started to shake. Magic went wild.
Oh no.
Crystals outside the city, everywhere. But we were training. One moment Etrin was there, blocking my sword, and the next, and she like reaches down and picks up the book and just holds it at you. He was this.
I'll take it from her and just kind of run my hand across the cover. He became this book.
Yes, his tattoos all began to glow very, very bright. And there was a flash, and then there was the book.
It must have happened when we... Oh, Chandra, I'm so sorry. I think perhaps we played a part in this happening to him. I mean, I know he was worried that he was on borrowed time anyway, but I'm so sorry you had to see that, Chandra.
I don't know what to do now. He was so nice.
He was. But
Before he turned into a book, before he vanished, he said your name. And she sort of opens the book for you, and you can see on the front cover, or in the inside cover, it says "For Mia," as it clicks in your mind that this was the gift that the Snow Mother was talking about.
everything that he was, and everything that was etched upon him, I get the feeling, is now what makes up this book. So, I know it's not really much of a consolation, but in that way, he's still with us, Chantra. He's still at our sides, helping us, teaching us.
Does not teach me. I can't turn the pages.
You can't. I'll try turning the pages of the book myself.
Page turns perfectly for you. And as you turn the page, you begin to see details of spells, their required components, how to cast them. As this book contains every spell that was on Etrin's flesh.
He's certainly going to be teaching me a lot, and everything that I learn, it will be for the both of us, Chandra. He'll be protecting both of us, and if there's some way, somehow, that we can pull him back, if he even wants to come back, you know I'll find it.
She sort of just looks away from you. We need to bring my prince back.
We will, Chandra. I will. Just like I pulled him out of that monstrous form that he was trapped in, I will pull him back from wherever he is now.
She kind of nods, and you just see a look of exhaustion on her face.
I'll put my arms around her and kind of lead her back to the bed and just sit down on the edge of the bed with her and just be there and be with her for as long as she needs.
As she curls up into the bed, you can see that she reaches under her blanket and she grabs something and like brings it close to her chest, as like she almost like instantly falls asleep. And you can see that, and at some point in time, she has stitched a little stuffed Etrin that she's now like cradling in her arms.
I'll stay there for a little while just to make sure she stays asleep and gets some real rest. But eventually I will get up and give her a little kiss on the forehead. And if she has a nightstand or something nearby, I'll go over to it and I will take the second of the amulets that Nick Nevin gave me, the one that symbolized my affection for Etrin and Chandra, and I will place it on that nightstand for her. And
Okay.
I'll leave the room.
All right. I will have to send you the details of this book because it is more than just a spell book.
Move over, Dragon Almanac. This book is going in my harness.
Hot boy spell book.
I told you he wasn't hot anymore.
Hey, I'm a wizard. He's a book. He's hot.
Books can be sexy too.
Like, oh my god, leather is so sexy on you. Look at this cover. Wow.
And as this is going on, Nolani, you are joined by Kel in the hot springs. Now, when you had these hot springs set up, did you have them separated or for male and female, or are they just wide open?
Wide open.
Okay.
Just like they'd be out in the wild. Wide open.
Okay.
So she's probably in the hot springs, just like soaking down in with like her head resting on the edge, just enjoying the warmth of it all.
Yep. And Kel like sets his armor and his gear and everything off, like safe away from the water as he slips into it as well. Oh, I miss these.
These are the best. Especially after a hard-fought battle.
Oh, it's definitely been a while since I've been in one of these. Normally I have to wait until we go and visit the family up north. The only place cold enough up there for hot springs.
Always cold enough for hot springs.
I don't know. Some places where I'm from can get a bit sweltering. Like, you feel like you're melting in your armor.
I mean, I can't possibly imagine that, but I have yet to find a place where I don't enjoy a hot spring. Even then, you just build it indoors, cool off the room. They got magics for that. They got magics for everything, right?
You know, I'm gonna have to suggest this when I get back home. I think my mom would call you a genius.
Don't know about that. But this is definitely something that's needed. It's usually best after a good training session as well.
Oh, or a hunt.
That too. What
So-
do you hunt out there?
Oh, all sorts of things. Food, monsters, undead, dragons, anything that really comes up that needs to be taken care of.
Glad to know we're not the only ones with an undead problem.
No, I don't know if they're much of a problem, well, anymore, but you know, sometimes they just sprout up and they need taken care of. So me or my brother or the both of us or the order, well, we'll set out and take care of it.
I mean, it's not a nightly occurrence.
If there's a curse about, but I had one of those in about 10 years.
You know, one day maybe we'll get to visit this continent of your guys's. Sounds much nicer than here.
Oh, it's great. We could show you all the neat places around, take everyone to Tortega, which is get this. It's an island where people go for vacation, but it's run by puffins.
Odd.
Yeah, I thought so too, but you know, hey, they built a really fun resort.
Huh.
It might Dad won his own island there.
That sounds interesting. I want an island.
Great place to go surfing. Yeah, it is.
Well, I can't even imagine taking a vacation at this point, but one day, that'd be nice.
Well, you're a queen now, ain't you?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I am. Still adjusting to that.
Well, why not call it a mission of diplomacy and just head south for a while?
No, I think you're the genius.
I can't really take credit for that. That's what my aunt and uncle did.
Which one?
My mom's brother.
Ah,
He's,
actual aunt and uncle.
yes. He's full vampire.
Alright. That's interesting. I don't think I've met a vampire.
Well, I'm part vampire. Not full, about a quarter.
Does it count?
I mean, I could still bite people and drink blood, so yeah, I guess.
How
Alright.
fucking dare you? Of course it counts.
I mean, technically, everyone can bite people
I mean-
and drink blood.
Yeah.
I don't have my mom's ability to control people that I bite, but it still heals me.
Interesting. Almost feel like that's better.
It can be. I mean, I just really wish I'd stop hearing people refer to it as popping them open like a Capri Sun. I don't know what that means, but that just seems to be something that's said every time one of us bares our fangs.
You've never figured out what Capri Sun is.
I'm
Never heard of
guessing that's just ancient vampire for snack. Capri Suns are a delicacy. But what about you and your friends? I mean, what's the deal with you? I mean, don't get me wrong, but you look like you were just all thrown together.
I mean, we pretty much were.
Hmm.
We were all on the train when it exploded. Got kind of tossed together after that.
Wait, an exploding train?
Don't know if you noticed all the crystals all over the place.
Can't say I have.
Yeah.
We just got here, so
I'd be careful what you touch. But some of them explode.
okay.
Something to do with magics in them.
Don't touch the shiny rocks. Gotcha.
Yeah. Mia knows a lot more about those. But yeah, we found some that heal, we found some that explode, we found some that absorb themselves into people.
Hmm.
That one was pretty nasty.
Yeah, definitely don't touch the rocks.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
they're not great things to have.
Okay, I don't mean this to come off the wrong way. But what is up with Mia? She keeps looking at me really weird. I don't know what's going on with that.
You know, I'm not entirely sure too, but we had this one friend, he's gotta be around there somewhere, named Etrin. She used to look at him the same way too.
Oh yeah, the prince guy.
Yeah. Maybe you remind her of him? I don't know.
Wait. Etrin. I know. Oh crap.
What?
It can't be the same one. I hope she doesn't mean Commander Etrin. Now that I think about it, Kami Roskin went missing a while ago.
Yeah.
We have one of them in the order. He vanished. we kind of thought he died.
Is he cursed?
If he was, he didn't tell any of us.
Have strange tattoos.
Don't know. Never saw any of his skin.
Hmm.
He seemed to keep covered around us.
Could be why.
I mean, I just assumed that it was, shyness or something.
I don't think you have anything to worry about with Mia, though. If she's just very friendly.
Okay, I just didn't know what was going on with her. I was giving off some sort of weird vibe or something like that. Last thing I want to do is creep anyone out. I know I look a little strange, but
Oh, I doubt you're creeping her out.
good.
Quite the opposite, in fact.
It's like you see the gears turning, but he just can't put two and two
The
together.
hamster wheel.
Yeah, the hamster is like tripping every now and then.
Poor boy is as perceptive as his dad.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Hey, they are smart. Just some of them are not book smart. How
Hey,
dare
I
you?
didn't say he was dumb. Just not very perceptive when it comes to this.
Look, we all know Turok's intelligence.
6.
Again, fucking high, okay? Just not book smart high, okay?
Uh-huh.
His wisdom's off the fucking charts, though.
We also know Ash has a type.
Caring as fuck? How dare you assume otherwise?
Uh-huh, sure. That's what that red dragon was.
Oh, no, that was just fun.
Uh-huh.
It was just fun.
After we rest up, I'll have to show you the training grounds that we had installed.
Oh, that would be great.
Once I'm back to my full capability, wouldn't mind going around or two. Seems like you were having some fun back there with the Guardians.
Yeah, I didn't want to kill any of them because I didn't know if he knew any of them or if they were friends or whatnot, so I was just smacking them around.
I don't know if I can call anyone up in the village a friend. So I guess that will have to change.
You don't have to be a friend with everyone. You're just the queen. That just means they have to do what you say.
I mean, that's true, but it's usually best not to rule with everyone hating you. It's a good way to get dead.
Yeah, that tends to happen a lot.
Yeah. The
So if you're now the queen, does that mean you have to take a king? I don't know how, again, any of this works.
neither do I.
Questions for later.
Yeah. Never really expected this. I just thought I was getting a shiny new sword.
But now you have a shiny new title.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm the best person for that title.
You don't know unless you try.
True. Guess I'm worth to read some books. I don't know the first thing about being a ruler. Or a leader.
It's anything like leading a battle, just play it by ear. You have more fun that way.
That's true.
He kind of just looks around, and you could tell that he's a bit nervous, but he's like trying not to play it off, as like he's like sort of like hiding like his right rib cage. Like he keeps trying to make sure that that part of him is covered.
Can I tell if it's an injury or if it's some? Can I try and get a look at it
Yeah,
without being like super obvious about it?
go ahead and give me a perception check.
This is not gonna go well for me. Oh, that is a natural 20 for a 19.
There is nothing about him that you cannot perceive. Like it's just, you have a full image of him, even just like the way that he's trying to cover it. You can tell that like there is like a large patch of like white dragon scales along the side of his right rib cage.
I hate to ask when you look so uncomfortable, but why are you trying to hide it?
Oh, it's off-putting to some people.
Yeah.
It's a remnants of a curse. I think we said my mom killed all the white dragons in existence. Well, in response to that, she was cursed and sort of took on a scaly appearance sort of on her own. And since she was pregnant with us while it was still active, it got passed down to me and my brother. My brother wears it with pride. He doesn't see any issue with it, but I see the looks some people give us. And we're not really the best of friends with any dragons.
I can relate. The my markings itself were judged. I more wear them as a guess you could say it's not letting them rule over what I do. They don't get a say.
Not to mention you look really great with them.
Thank you. But the can't say it won me many friends, so I can understand the hesitation.
Yeah, but I don't think your friends I don't think they try to eat you when they see them or sense them or smell them.
No, they just tried to burn them off. She points over at her shoulder.
Yeah, I guess that is a problem too.
Yeah.
As he sort of like relaxes now, and you can see that it runs up his right rib cage up to like his back shoulder.
Do they scratch you at all, or they just there?
They feels natural to me. I mean, I guess if you were to run your hand over it, it'd be like, here's normal skin and then dragon.
That actually sounds kind of cool.
I don't know. Do you want to touch it?
Kind of.
and he kind of like turns to the side, just giving you a little bit of access.
She's totally gonna touch it. She's gonna run her hands down the scales.
And as you do, it is just like you can just feel like the cool feeling of like a white dragon's scale, as like the tips are still like a little bit sharp, but not enough to like cut flesh.
That is really cool, actually. Almost a little chilled to the touch. It's actually really nice in this hot spring.
Yeah, it doesn't feel so bad right now.
Does it cause you pain?
Nah. I mean, I wear the wrong type of shirt and just rips. I mean, I tend just decide to go shirtless sometimes. Clothes are a bother. mean,
Unfortunately, around here, we have to cover up because of how cold it is, but trust me, I'm not a fan of wearing as much clothing as possible. Low clothing as possible.
I mean, yeah, I mean, what's the point of clothes? Why are people so embarrassed of their bodies?
It's easier to move around when you're not wearing them.
Yeah. But I guess, armor, on the other hand, it does tend to protect you.
This is true. Yeah, my breastplate does a perfectly good job.
Yeah.
Being bulky.
My gear does the same thing. Covers what, the vital parts and, gives me freedom of movement.
Yes. Always important.
And he kind of like sits there just like very silent, not knowing what to say.
So what about you and your brother? You guys do anything? I know your parents' story, but what about you guys?
I mean, we were around for a little bit near the end of their adventure, and then as we grew up, we were regaled with tales of glory and monster slaying, and traveled around a bit. We went and seen Aunt Zale's place, and then attended her funeral a little while later. Then the coronation of our cousin. We went about and had a ton of family gatherings every now and then as the family keeps growing, and every now and then, Aunt Molly pops in from across the sea. But day to day, my brother and I are just monster hunters.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. You get to see all kinds of interesting things, but sometimes I just want to relax.
That's why you need a hot spring.
Yeah. No, but I don't know. I kind of want to study some music too. Just on the side.
What would you study?
Bard stuff? I don't know.
It sounds like you need to either find a bard to teach you or read some books. Something tells me the bard is the better option.
Yeah. Everyone seems to be happy around music.
They really do.
I mean, they could be sad too if the song is sad. But yeah, just something to do on the side when I'm not stabbing things,
Well, sounds like we have a pianist out there that might be able to at least teach you something.
Yeah, I mean, I just have to ask him. I don't know. I'm not really good with pressing keys.
Just pretend like you're stabbing them. With different fingers.
That might work.
It's all on how you think about it.
Yeah, I guess. He kind of just like relaxes back into the like against the wall of the hot spring.
I'm sure there's someone in town we can find that can teach you other things, but for now, that'll do. It's a start.
I do like learning. I mean, people look at me and they see my dad.
I don't know your dad.
Dad's a great ranger and everything, one of the best, but when it comes to smarts, he isn't really that bright. I don't want people to think, I'm just a spitting image of my father, body of a god, but intelligence of a box of rocks. I don't want that.
And I can understand that. Although there is an advantage to that. I mean, everyone looks at me and thinks that I'm barbarian. But
I don't see that.
it'll-
You don't have that angry look that barbarians do.
you must have been around some barbarians then.
Mm. Yeah.
They
They
do
tend-
look angry.
They tend to always have that look in their eyes that they're just ready to break you in half for no reason.
Yes, they do. It's ready to snap at anything.
No,
But it allows...
you seem more controlled.
Yes. Well, it allows me to slip under the radar, get a surprise. Gives me an edge. They can assume what they want. The important thing is the people close to us. As long as they know.
Yeah. Friends and family's where it's at.
Really is. I'd say this group, well, we might have been thrown together. They're starting to really grow on me. Which is saying something, because when we started, I absolutely hated anyone who uses magic.
I mean, I grew up around magic. I can't really say anything.
Around here, magic is quite disliked. In most cities, most towns, you're either chased out of or killed for using it. It's the way of life.
Down south, it's just another day. You got wizards and sorcerers and warlocks and all sorts just mingling about.
It doesn't cause chaos and destruction everywhere it goes.
I mean, it can, but that's when we get involved if it gets too chaotic.
Checks and balances. I guess that makes more sense than just outright banning something.
Hmm.
And she's probably sitting there, like, seriously considering that for a little bit. As this is a whole new perspective for Nalani. But she kind of feels like she has to change her mind on some things.
As you can, like, see him, like, just drop deep in thought for a moment.
Care to share what you're thinking about? Seems awfully serious.
It's not serious. Just my brother.
What about him?
This whole relationship thing. He is head over heels for Esme. I mean, I can't blame him. She's cool. Hold herself in a fight. But I noticed that he gets distracted around her. To the point that he fumbles spells, and sometimes he tries to show off and causes trouble. You know, Ma says that's love, but I don't know. I'm just worried.
I understand that. I mean, why is he trying to show off so much if he, if they're already together?
See, I don't know. But Piper says it's a means of flirting. I mean, she does the same thing and they tend to try to one up one another.
Ah.
I mean, we do that all the time, but that's just because we're keeping track of score. But with them, it's different. With them, they take way too high risk.
Hmm. We tried talking to him about it.
Anytime I bring her up, he becomes a stammering idiot. You mention her name and he just turns bright pink.
And we did see the way he jetted out of here as soon as he knew where she was.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't actually know where she was, just that she was in town.
He'll find her one way or another. He's still got his blood, you know, he can track her down, no problem.
Yeah. Blood's handy that way.
I just hope they get it out of their system before we have to go into battle again.
Maybe a few days in private will help them with that.
Let's hope. Maybe it'll calm them down. Again, that's why I asked for my own room, just in case they bring it back here.
Can't blame me on that.
I know as growing up, we shared everything, but yeah, no, not that. No, thank you.
And now there's just a thought in Alani's head that she can't get rid of. Intrusive thoughts! Well. I wonder, have you ever been in a relationship like that?
Never been in a relationship, period. Most of my time has been training, hunting, adventuring. Fucking chat.
Right? Yeah, I've done the same thing. But it's also hard to start a relationship when an entire town despises you.
The way that I look at it is, I don't know. I just look at my brother and Esme, and it looks like it just causes complications.
There's also, it builds a bond that, I don't know, I've seen others in town where it strengthens them.
So
They're stronger together.
person to person.
There's this one couple in Tamaga that when they fought together, they couldn't be defeated. It was more like a dance than it was an actual battle.
Yeah, I guess that would be cool. I don't know.
Don't know until you try.
I mean, how does one try love? I don't think that's something you can just pick up like sword.
No, but you do have to be open to it. Otherwise you'll never find it.
I haven't really hidden from it. It's never really come about.
I mean, I think the first step is just find someone you're interested in.
Sorrow. Well, yeah, I guess that would be the first step, is finding somebody who's interested. I mean, it'd be really weird if they weren't. Almost creepy.
Yes. They also have to be interesting to you as well.
True.
I don't know. I'm not an expert. Like I said, I've never been in a relationship myself, but I've been told that it's just finding someone you want to know more about.
As you see, like, you saying that, and he's just like thinking for a moment. So if this were like a battle situation, training, we both don't have any sort of experience in it. So we could train together. As you hear what he's saying, but at the same time, it sounds completely innocent.
It almost catches her off guard, like she was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, like, we both don't have any experience in love, and we would need training and whatnot. So if we like watched each other's backs and make sure that, you know, if we do find somebody who's interesting to us, then you know, we can be what did Tickles call them? A wingman? I don't know what that is. I don't have wings.
I've never heard that term before.
I lost on me too.
I mean, typically in the clan, when two people are interested in each other, they just give it a try. They tell each other, and then they both the parties agree. They just go for it.
We do seem to have similar feelings about things. Don't feel super awkward around you.
Well, oddly enough, I've
Just
been more open
chat.
with you than I do most people.
I think I have that effect on people. I'm just, you know, a guy everyone.
Easy to talk to.
Yeah. I'm everyone's friend.
Do you want to be everyone's friend, though? Is everyone a friend to you?
Sometimes, and other times no, but you know, I seem to disarm more fights than start them with a smile.
I can see why that works. And she'll give him a smile.
He just grins back. You can see like the little nubbin things that he has from like his orc side. It's like just the awkward silence just passes between the two of you.
Yeah. I
But
think subconsciously Nalani's moved a little closer to where his cold side is, just because it feels really nice in the hot springs.
he sort of notices that, and he kind of like puts his arm like around you, more just to like so you're closer to that cold side.
She probably blushes a little because physical contact with pretty much anyone's been non-existent for her. And it gets more awkward.
Immunity, yeah. No, wait, Rose has cold immunity.
Yeah. Not immunity, just resistance. And you know, there's the offset of the hot spring.
And he sort of relaxes a bit. He just sort of just like relaxes a bit more and just seemingly just like drops into just enjoying the company. Almost as if like sort of like forming a like a warrior's bond between the two of you.
I think as some of the awkwardness starts to pass, Lonnie will just start relaxing and just enjoy the hot spring and the company.
He's like, this hot spring is amazing.
Worth every gold coin.
I'm definitely getting at least one of these installed in every one of the houses. Zorro.
Yeah, I think Molly's just going to enjoy the time, and probably after some time passes, she'll exit the hot spring. she is only wearing her loincloth and basically a bikini top because she doesn't like clothes.
And like he follows suit, like, but you can see that like as he's getting up, he's completely naked, and like he just walks out of the hot spring like almost as if it's just another day to him. As
you could watch him leave the hot spring. Yeah.
And as like he gets out, he like grabs one of the towels and hands one over to you as he starts, you know, drying off and getting back into his gear.
I was going to show you where the sparring area is at next. Or do you want a tour? The whole place.
That would be great.
I will take him on a tour.
Okay. And as you take him on a tour and everybody begins to settle back home and everything, that is where we are going to end for tonight.
Ending on a little bit of light smut. I'm all for this. Very awkward. Very awkward.
Chat is just screaming.
Look, these things take time. You can't just jump into them.
You have two people who are like pretty much emotionally devoid in that area.
Yes.
This group is. Half this group is. Actually, I think more than half this group is. I think Mia's the only one that has emotion.
Doesn't also help that Nalani's seduction idea is look at my awesome muscles.
I mean,
I mean,
it
he's
worked.
part Goliath and part orc, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna do a good job.
Like what? Because that's gonna lead into like them flexing at each other and then them comparing battle scars and everything.
Yes. It'll get there. It'll get there, guys. Just give it some time.
That's hot.
But yes, that is going to do it for us tonight. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This is not the only show that we have. Do you guys have Tortor tomorrow? I don't know what the deal is. Okay.
Tortor, yes we do.
So tomorrow and on Tuesdays is every other Tuesday is Tales of the Outer Rim, which is our Star Wars 5th edition mod game that is run by Tiltbot. On this upcoming Thursday, it would be Mass Effect Horizons, but it is Thanksgiving in the States, so there will be no show of that on Thursday. On next Thursday, though, we will be coming back with another episode of Tricorn Isles, which is a 5th edition campaign that I run. Mass Effect Horizons is, as is in the title, a 5th edition mod of Mass Effect, which is run by Zorro. On this upcoming Saturday, we have a doubleheader coming up as we have another episode of Withered Wastes, which is a 5th edition post-apocalyptic game that I run. And then later on in that night, we will have the premiere of our brand new show of Would Be Heroes, which is going to be a modified version of Kids on Bikes, where it is heavily inspired by old school comic books and cartoons like the X-Men. So that's going to be an awesome thing. That's going to be kicking off at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. And then next week we will pop in for another episode of Destiny Forged here. And then we'll just be starting up the week all over again. And then on the upcoming Saturday, we have another episode of Wayward Wanderers, which is a Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign run by Azarin. But for now, we are going to head on out. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow for Tortor. Until then, have a good one.
I'm waving, but bye. Bye.